There is nothing wrong in highlighting bad acts by Canadian citizens and politicians if that information is credible and verified. But what we are seeing is a series of anonymous, unverified claims with no corroborating evidence, focusing exclusively on Chinese Canadian politicians. That is racism. If there are bad acts that can be proven, it doesn't matter what race you are, those acts should be pointed out and the law should be enforced against illegal activities. But to focus on Chinese Canadians based on anonymous information and to create the impression that Chinese Canadians more broadly are disloyal to the country is very un-Canadian, it's unethical, and we have to push back against it. And I would say also that there is a trend in this country now to try and divide Chinese Canadians into those who are acceptable and those who are not. If you hold certain views, you are acceptable. You are a good Chinese Canadian. If you hold certain other views, you are not a good Chinese Canadian. You are not acceptable. We cannot accept this. We have different views in our community. You and I probably have different views, but we have to accept that you and I, like all Canadians, are allowed to have those views, and having a different view does not make you disloyal. So I would say to Chinese Canadians that we must not let the media or opportunistic politicians divide us. Yes, we can disagree, but you cannot call me a disloyal Canadian just because you don't like my view, and I cannot call you a traitor just because I don't like your view. We have to stand together in this and push back on the continued, what I would say is the new kind of exclusion 100 years later that is taking place today. Well, first of all, the attacks on me never talk about the substance. They never try to argue against the points I'm trying to make. They never try to refute the arguments that I put forward. What do? They call me a traitor. They call me a CCP spy. They call me many words that are much worse than that. They attack my personality. They attack my background. They attack who I am as a person rather than attacking my ideas. I am happy for anybody to challenge my ideas. That is the meaning of our democracy, and that is the way we can make good policy. I can be wrong, of course, but you tell me how I'm wrong in my ideas. Don't tell me I'm wrong because I'm Chinese. That is racism. No, I will not stop speaking out. And I will not stop speaking out, not because I enjoy getting attacked. Nobody likes being called these horrible names or having to face physical threats. I don't like that. But I am in a position of privilege. I am protected. I am more protected than you and hundreds of thousands of other Chinese Canadians. If I don't speak out, who will speak out? It's important that those of us who have protections and privilege and who believe in the value of being a Canadian, the value of our multicultural society, the value of reason and logic and common sense in discussing important issues. Those of us who have that privilege must speak out, and we need to support each other. If we really believe in multiculturalism, then we have to stop giving the impression that foreign means suspicious, that foreign means threatening, because we are now heading in a direction where foreign somehow is something we need to be afraid of. But if we are a country of immigrants and we believe that multiculturalism is what Canada stands for, then foreign is what we embrace. We should welcome ideas, perspectives, backgrounds from around the world. And even if we disagree, we should respect that views that come from the outside are part of what made Canada great. Now we need to find a way to distinguish between positive foreign influence and negative foreign influence. But we have to do that through dialogue and education and respect. We cannot do it by saying your view is not acceptable, therefore we will ban your view, or we will make you register so that you are seen as an agent of a foreign country. That is a modern form of exclusion. And while it is not as bad as 100 years ago, it is still unacceptable.